Hello everyone, my name is Kale. Welcome into my reaction to Project Hail Mary. I'm so excited to share this reaction with you today. Thank you so much for being here. I am recording this after having recorded the reaction, just so you know. I won't spoil anything specific, but I'm very excited for you all to see this because I wasn't originally going to react to this, okay? When it comes to these new releases of movies, I kind of have a running list of like what I will react to or what I'd like to react to versus what I really want to see on the big screen, and I'm okay with not providing a reaction for you all. And Project Hail Mary was going to be a theater watch because I didn't see The Martian on the big screen. And knowing that this was another Andy Weir adaptation, I really wanted to treat myself to the visuals on the big screen, but I just wasn't able to make it work because, for those of you that don't know, I live in a very rural community and the closest big movie theater to me is a whole hour-and-a-half drive one way away on the highway. So carving out, 6.5-ish hours of time that you'd need for Project Hail Mary to go see it in the theater, I just wasn't able to make it work. And even saying this now, I'm so bummed that I missed it on the big screen because I just know that I would have loved it. But on the plus side, reaction for you. You're welcome. My editor has been pestering me ever since this released digitally to sit down and watch it because he really wanted to rewatch it through my reaction to it. So Miles, you're welcome. I know it took a little bit of pestering, but I finally did it. I wasn't in a hurry to watch this movie. I don't know why, but you can thank my editor for bothering me to watch it now. While I'm on the topic of theater watches, by the way, Obsessions and Backrooms I have seen in the theater. I'm so excited to watch reactions to those two movies. It's going to be fantastic. I will not be able to provide reactions to them, but if you want to see my thoughts on the two movies, follow my Letterboxd page. I have reviews of them. So what did I know about Project Hail Mary before watching? Well, I was convinced that this movie was about an astronaut by himself on a spaceship that was on a very critically important mission for Earth. Whether he was alone by circumstance or by choice, I wasn't sure, but I was convinced that the whole movie was basically just going to be Ryan Gosling, and the only way that we were going to get other people was through flashbacks to his past, and that's it. I was so convinced that that's what this movie was. So I was like half right, half wrong. That's all I'll say about that. And for book people out there that are watching this, I have started reading the book. I'm about 5 chapters in. I really do not want any comments below about the book, so please don't spoil differences between the book and movie. If there were any book scenes that aren't in the movie, that kind of thing, I really, really want to experience that for myself. So thank you so much for respecting that. I really appreciate it. All right, it's almost reaction time. As always, Full Length Watch Along is available on my Patreon if you're interested in that. I'll have that linked in the description and pinned comment down below. And please like this video and subscribe to the channel. That would be so helpful, especially if you're not new here and this is not the first video of mine that you're watching. Definitely subscribe. I would really appreciate that. All right, with that, let's get into it.
Eye movement detected.
That bag is really tight around him. Gross.
What is 2 plus 2? Incorrect. What is 2 plus 2?
Let him clear his fucking throat out first.
You may experience some memory loss. Difficulty speaking. For your own safety, please return to the medical platform.
Oh my gosh.
Hello?
Oh. Can the machine say what happened? It's a really cool ship design so far. I wonder where we're going.
Why is there an atomic resolution scanning electron microscope? Why do I know that? Am I smart?
You're very smart if you're in space. Oh, this is a cool room. Reminds me of the one in Sunshine. I love the moments where we just see his head like peeking up or on the side.
Where, are the living people?
Dr. Ryland Graves, end of manifest.
That's him, right?
I can't be the only person here, right?
Pilot detected.
No! No! Call, Houston.
Unknown command.
Calling Houston is an unknown command?
What are we, like Neptune-ish? Let's crank up the radio and call Earth.
Current transmission time to Earth is 11 years.
No. Nope. You're wrong.
We are very, very far from home.
That's really far.
Oh gosh.
That's not our son. That's not our son.
I really love how quickly we're going through, like, him going around the ship. Well. Not the frown face beside it. Valid, though.
We are just minutes away from the flyby through the Petrova line near Venus. What do we expect to find?
Sound waves are physical frequency.
Aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Are they really eating the sun?
That is a great question. I'm not sure it should come from me. The beanbag is lava. What is the speed of light, Olivia? It's melting your hands, Olivia.
What is the Petrova line?
Ah, pass.
You can't pass.
Answer the question.
You noticed that there was a streak of infrared light from the sun to Venus. They sent a probe up to the Petrova line. This is what they found.
Are they eating the sun?
They seem to be a tiny, teeny, weeny little bit.
So no big one.
It's a small one. It's a small to medium one.
How fast is the sun being eaten?
Cool, maybe 10 to 15 degrees.
So it is a big one. We're all gonna die.
Right now, the best minds in the entire world are on it.
That includes him.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning.
Vodka. So my question is,
Good morning, Dr. Grace.
why is he so far away? If it was just between our sun and Venus. Sir? What the hell is that combination? Cute. He really doesn't know how he's on this ship right now? I mean, really, all we do know about him is he's a teacher? Elementary
Who's there?
teacher?
Not good at jokes.
Not good at jokes, who?
Eva Stratt, I'm with the Petrova Task Force. I need your help. Did you write this?
Oh.
I'm interested in this section here, page 31, why everyone is wrong about life.
I was fired for standing by what I wrote.
You were fired for calling the leading scholar in your field a staggering waste of carbon.
Wow.
I can give you a chance to prove them all wrong.
That's, Kevin, no running.
I'm not.
Joke's on them because I don't even care.
I think you do care. You're just running away because you're scared. Do you still believe water is unnecessary for life to evolve?
Water is required for life on Earth, sure, but a completely different planet might have completely different conditions.
I need you to come with us.
Well, this is...
Carl, hi.
Dr. Grace, Petrova line samples splashed down last night. I want you to tell me what they are, how they work.
I am a teacher at Grover Cleveland Middle.
And you have a doctorate in molecular biology.
Okay.
Rise on the surface of the sun. Does that sound like a water-based life form to you?
No. It doesn't.
Is all of this necessary?
Yes.
Please analyze the Petrova sample.
All right, so big smarty pants that kind of got kicked out of the smarty club until now.
Am I expendable?
That's not the only reason.
It's almost like you don't care if I die.
They probably don't, to be fair.
Hold on, you have to talk about it?
The consensus here is that it would be preferable if you did not die.
Thanks, guys.
That should always be preferable?
Welcome to Earth.
Are they alive?
They're zooming, yeah.
Yes, they're moving, but that could be for many reasons.
What are they made of?
It's gonna take a long time. It took like 200 years to figure out how bacteria work. You're not gonna believe this. Nothing happened. X-rays, microwaves, gamma rays, visible light. Nothing.
Damn.
It's a cell.
Wake up! It's a cell!
First contact. Life outside of the... Uh-oh. Oh, died. Now we can find out what they're made of.
This is a really fun scene. I like it.
Carbon, oxygen, hydrogen.
Oh.
That really bummed him out.
It's made almost entirely of water.
So what about it makes it immune to the effects of the sun?
Sorry if I overreacted in there. Realizing I was wrong about the only original idea I ever had.
Yeah, what else did you learn?
To give off infrared light when they move.
The light is how they move.
Yeah, they consume the sun's energy and then they expel it for propulsion. They toot to scoot, basically.
Why did it go to Venus?
I don't know.
We'll tell you. I have 347 other biologists in 21 countries mobilizing as we speak. Thank you for your help. I'm glad you didn't die.
Can you be part of that too?
At the school, you said there were thousands of people more qualified than you, so...
I was being modest.
I need people who think they're right when everyone else thinks they're wrong. I need people who piss other people off.
That's me. If you think I can help, I want to help the world.
I left you 3 dots.
I would take the 3.
Carl. Very fascinating. Kind of like that's here, because what if these little dot guys are, step 1 of an evolutionary process?
Hey, Carl. Imagine for a second that you're an interstellar microorganism.
I'm not doing that.
Why would you leave the sun and go to Venus?
There's got to be
stop at Mercury?
there's got to be something on Venus,
Maybe
Or-
fresh air.
in
Venus's
Venus.
atmosphere is mostly CO2.
Maybe that's fresh air to them. You don't know what these little space dots like?
Do we have an expense account?
We don't, but I do.
Love him. I was just about to say, you really don't have an expense account? Why would you not?
So this box is Venus.
The box is Venus. It's set to emit the same infrared light frequency as Venus's CO2 atmosphere. All right. Uh-oh, we lost them. If I open the door in the light, they're gonna escape.
So just put this box in another box.
Go ahead and close it over.
I can hear you.
It's good to test the walkie-talkies.
There's 2.
Come on, get the 3rd one.
God sample 3. Uh-oh.
What?
A 4th?
It's the Force. We're fathers, Carl. Carl and I made a baby. We figured out how astrophage breeds.
Don't move.
You know, Carl, when Strat said she was sending Jet, I thought you meant like a PJ.
Oh.
Long time since I've taken a pill from a stranger without knowing what it was.
Oh my gosh.
Dr. Grace, how was your flight?
Terrible. Thanks for asking.
Anything else you need
Some
for that?
water. He gave me a pill and it's still in my throat.
2 venti coffees?
Thank you so much. Water for
Or
him.
coffee. That's
I need both. This is kind of a tough room, so don't take it personally.
anything fancy. I just want there's a bed and a shower. I'm good.
Later. We'll get you that later.
Everyone, this is Dr. Ryland Grace and he figured out how to breed astrophage.
How did you do it?
Does it reproduce by mitosis or meiosis?
One at a time, guys.
Carl and I made a mini Venus out of a plywood box, and as soon as the samples recognized the spectral signature of CO2, they were like, whoop, there it is.
We estimate an 8-day doubling time under optimal conditions. Dr. Grace is right. It is the CO2.
That's why they're going to Venus.
That's why they're going to Venus, Dr. Grace wants to say.
There it is.
Thank you.
I really like him.
How long to make 2 million kilograms?
2 million? Why on earth would you need that much astrophage?
Nobody told him.
He has no clearance.
Is that Dr. Grace?
Is this about the sun eating?
I hereby grant you top secret clearance to all information pertaining to Project Hail Mary. The sun is not the only star dying. Every star was infected by its neighbor except one.
Tau Ceti? Why?
Why? Tell him. We don't know. We decided to build a ship to go there and find out.
Okay.
You can't just build an interstellar ship.
Oh yeah, we can. The ship is not really the problem. The energy required to power the ship is the problem.
The astrophage is the fuel.
Oh.
For that,
We need you, my friend.
Those little guys store a lot of energy. One mistake and that much astrophage could vaporize California.
Which is why you now live on a boat in the middle of the ocean in Keynes.
I want to build a near light-speed spaceship, have it travel further than any human-made object just to see what's up.
Yeah.
It's a little more than that.
They sent their findings back to Earth on probes.
And die out there?
Die in space.
Yes.
Any other plans you've thought of? Anything else? Any else you're kicking around?
There are infinite possibilities for this to go wrong.
No kidding.
Call it long shot.
Hail Mary. I get it.
Yeah. And now he's the only one alive.
That's a long time to be in space.
They'll be in comas for most of it. We only need 3. A pilot, an engineer, and a scientist.
Commander Yao, I must have known you, but I just don't remember. You make a funny face in every picture. You must have been very smart.
Was that the person that was that agreed with him in that meeting that said the whoop, there it is back to him?
Ilyukna, I owe you 3 bags of vodka. You seem to have had a lot of friends. I wish you were still here. I wish I wasn't alone. I wish I was doing a better job.
My house is making so many noises. Jesus.
You deserve much more than this. I'll do my best to make sure that you didn't.
Die for nothing. It's crazy that he has no memory of being on, like, getting on this ship. He obviously has, like, his math and smarts still.
Approaching Tau Ceti orbit. Prepare for engine cutoff. 4, 3.
What happens at 0? I mean,
Oh my gosh.
You are now orbiting Tau Ceti.
Oh no, the Skittles. Wow.
You have a Petrova line, but you're not dimming. Why?
God, some of these shots are gorgeous. A break? That looks like a dumbbell.
A detected.
What's a blip A?
A blip in the line? Asteroid? Oh. It looks like a bunch of toothpicks put together. But more accurately, it's kind of like pipes, I guess.
Getting out of here.
Engage spin drive. Incorrect.
I'm worried he's going to run the ship into it. Yeah. But we need to see what this thing is, no?
Blip A detected.
They want to be BFFs, clearly. Not the fucking mustard in the background. Oh my god. I mean, our ship looks like it's built to just fit right in there. There's like a slot for us and everything.
Blip B detected.
what's up?
Current distance from Hail Mary is 800 meters.
It's sending me something.
Yeah.
It could be a message. It could be a bomb. Shields up!
There are no shields on board the Hail
Why
Mary.
not?
Blip C detected.
What's that?
Another one? They're just gonna keep trying.
Why is it moving so much slower than the last one? They think I'm dumb.
Do we have something that can reach out and... Well, if this man had gravity training, he clearly forgot. Being in this confusion with him. And Ryan is just so funny, as always. Another head peeking moment.
No.
Okay, there it is. Whoop.
working on the gas. I think this thing's broken.
Keep in mind, we are extremely far from what we know. I love fun space movies.
Lab operational.
Welcome back, gravity. Welcome back, tripping.
Still Xenon. Up is down, left is right. Xenons are solid. Aliens are real. I mean, oh no!
Foreign presence detected.
Not him just fucking sniffing that. Seems like a message of sorts. Or like a map, maybe? Or something? I have no idea. Just guessing out loud.
You're a long way from home.
If that's a long way from home, it's almost like their version of a Project Hail Mary ship. Good throw. Didn't even have to leave the ship this time. This feels like a we have to work together type of situation. Whoa. I haven't talked about this yet, but the visuals in this movie, like how they've made this other ship look. The Project Hail Mary ship is cool. I love the design of it. Like, it's just great. Stop. Stop settling. Jesus. Knock, knock. Jesus. Bruh. Oh my gosh.
Is that me? My ship. I don't understand. You want me to go back in my ship?
Maybe other way around?
Okay. Look, I'll talk to you later.
I was understanding that to mean, like, you have to come with us.
What are they doing, Mary?
What are we doing now? Oh, ouch.
This is new.
That is. It looks cool.
I like what you've done with the gravity.
I'm glad this is all being recorded.
I made you a ship.
Oh my gosh.
I only made one. I'm not sure how many of you there are.
Maybe just one also. This is reminding me a lot of Arrival. Looks like a Pokemon, kinda.
Hi.
Like a Geodude spider. I love that it... I love that it looks like a rock.
You scared me when you went...
Mimicking? That is such a cute sound. I love this. I had no idea that this movie was about
Wow.
or would involve other forms of life.
Faces are overrated.
Wait, is the camera not picking up any of that?
Bum, 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 bum.
I really want to see the perspective through the camera again because I just had a crazy thought that, like, what if he's just hallucinating? I know. I'm believing it's real. It's like, what do you think? Do you like it?
I love it. Thank you. Put this on my head. Take off my head. Take my helmet off. No. Thank you for what I hope is not handcuffs. Unfortunately, I need oxygen to breathe, so.
Well,
2 rings of 8. Oh, 2. You little rascal. This is oxygen. I still don't think I can do it, though.
I completely understand that feeling because I'd feel the same.
If I'm wrong, I'm really wrong.
Yeah. Isn't there like a detection thing you could bring out here with you to read what the atmosphere is? Like the scanner that said it was xenon? Can you bring that out here and check if it's O2? He's like, are you gonna do it? I wonder if that feels like the cleanest air he's ever breathed in his life.
It's the Petrova line. We're here for the same reason. You need to solve it. I need to solve it. If we're gonna save our planets, we have to learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
Oh, you want this? It's really hot in there. Is that ammonia? Anyway, that's...
This is so cool.
Wow. Wow. We both have time, right? These are the hands.
Maybe they don't have time. We shouldn't assume.
I got an idea.
Oh, cool. Sorry, it took me a second to realize what the fuck I was looking at.
I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky.
This is fun. I'm having fun. It's only been an hour. I love it.
You need surfaces to see. Try this. You see the numbers? What is that? Jazz hands means good. We do this. Or thumbs up. Nope, that's thumbs down. We do the thumbs up.
I don't think it can, yeah.
Sorry I'm talking so much. It's just I haven't been around anyone in a long time.
I can already feel like I'm gonna cry about Rocky.
It's a clock. I showed you a clock and you're showing me a clock. We're, clock bros. I'm not sure I'm getting all of this.
I also like that it doesn't seem to matter like what direction Rocky, like it doesn't matter what direction he's facing us. Us. Grace. Us.
Start with 1. What? 1.
This really makes me want to rewatch Arrival. It's been a while.
And we're learning to communicate through names. Okay, let's start with you. Rocky.
Seems like that's name.
My name is Grace. Go ahead. Restaurants, we have about 250 words. He uses a metal form of xenon. He can make anything.
That's so cool.
His son is dying too, so maybe we can help each other. We call it astrophage. Means star eater. Astrophage on me, star, bad. Same. Why are you alone?
23 Iridians. Also, I feel like we really flew through learning the language here.
Sorry. How did they die?
Very similar situations.
There were 3 of us and 2 died on the way here. I wish I knew why. Now it's only me. Correction.
I'm feeling emotional before I should. This isn't good. New favorite duo.
Fist bump, by the way. Fist my bump. It's not the same. You know, I used to have one of these in my classroom and it was a lot simpler to set up.
Oh, I love the movement and design of Rocky.
1 sec. What?
That's my question at the very beginning of this movie.
Why is a school teacher in space? Question.
Oh, we're giving him a voice.
Like that voice.
Can't unhear it, really.
Scary.
Nope. Nope.
No.
Why is a school teacher in space?
I mean,
That doesn't suit. No.
Meryl Streep?
Why is a school teacher in space?
Oh gosh, who is the voice about to be?
Why is a school teacher in space?
That's not bad.
I like.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm doing in space. I don't remember.
Is okay. Grace find out when Grace go home.
About that.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
No understand. Word.
Just go like this.
It died. We called this.
Okay, here we go.
I watched Grace sleep.
No, that's fine. That's a little weird.
Maybe not, though.
Rocky watch crew many days. Crew no. Wake up.
That's where you're gonna be?
No, it's usually closer.
And look, I'm seeing so many sides of you lately, and it's great. Kind of a side sleeper anyway. Good night. So we watch each other sleep. Iridians don't sleep like a human does.
I love that blanket.
If danger comes, you can't wake up. Someone has to keep you safe.
I'm loving this so much.
These are the 3 astronauts going on the mission and their backups for redundancy. Yao, Yukna, and Dubois.
It's an honor.
We have the option to end our lives on our terms.
I want to do a lethal injection with a little bit of heroin.
Okay.
Now, I really appreciate what you all are doing.
You would do the same?
I would choose just not to go at all. I don't have the bravery gene that you all have.
Oh, but you do.
Hi, Grace.
You're in a ball.
So Rocky no die in Grace atmosphere.
Oh my gosh.
Grace and Rocky, big science. How to kill astrophage together.
I keep going this way? This room's boring. Amazing. Rocky wanted to see human technology. Dirty. Why room so messy?
Well,
question.
I wasn't expecting company, was I?
This room for garbage?
Rocky will build workshop here. We'll need much room for Rocky and much less space for Grace.
You can't just show up in a space ball unannounced and move into someone else's spaceship. But we're two distinct individuals. Both working.
Where's my bedroom?
He's moving in. I had potential. Is that what the shirt said?
You're doing this. It's a lot of this.
Grace looks disgust when eat.
How do you look when you eat?
It look beautiful.
Oh my God.
Who is Grace talking to? Question.
There's no way you can hear me right now.
Can hear. Who are you talking to?
You can hear this.
Yes, Grace.
Look at this. Look how far away he is.
Grace.
He's right here.
What is Rocky wearing?
Use planet gravity to move with line.
I didn't think of that.
I did.
We figured out a plan.
2 brains better than 1? Well, I don't know that Rocky really has a brain.
Who is Grace talking to?
I'm not talking anymore.
Can we just explain what the camera is? And how, recording works? And then he'll stop asking.
Arrival at Tau Ceti E in 11 days, 3 hours and 14 minutes.
A little bit of a trip. Oh my God, the hat on Rocky. I love it.
So excited about us both getting to go home. There's no harm in pretending for a little while.
Is there a way that he can kind of do this to us and show his planet?
3, Apollo trains him, and then 7, he trains Apollo's kid. I say either, you say.
I like Earth.
Same, dude.
What about you, Rock? What do you miss most about home?
My mate.
Oh no.
I mean, not that you, I'm sure,
Name is...
It's beautiful.
Grace have mate?
No, now she's with Mark.
Rocky hate Mark.
But enough about me. You have a mate. How long you been together?
186.3 years.
Like the honeymoon phase.
But how long do they
Is not enough.
live for? It's not enough. Oh. It's like, oh, awkward. Staring.
You don't sing, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Very mysterious.
No, I'm not.
Always wanted to be.
It is such a weird party.
Camaraderie helps them doing their job.
Must be hard having to ask everybody to, what do you think? Think you're gonna pull it off?
God willing.
You believe in God?
Beats the alternative.
Good chat. I love that he thinks she's mysterious just because she doesn't talk as much as him.
Just stop your crying, it's a sign of the time.
Good song.
We can meet again somewhere.
Sounds like the actress is actually singing this.
And that is enough.
Whoa.
Wish you could see this, Rock.
Rocky can see.
Boring. Name of planet, Tau Ceti E, is same name as star, plus E. Boring.
So cool. Oh, the music. I love it.
What is Grace doing? Question?
Having a moment.
Back on Earth, if you discover something, you get to name it.
Name is medium rough texture circle planet.
Okay.
It's a little mouthful. A little bit of a mouthful.
What's your mate's name again? It's okay. I remember.
Need human word for Rocky mate.
We do. You pick something personal.
Adrian.
Is beautiful.
I genuinely, sincerely apologize about how much noise my house is making during this movie. 100-year-old house problems. Oh my gosh, I love that shirt. Did it say I wore this shirt periodic? I wear this shirt periodically.
It's the same amount, both coming and going.
Oh.
But if astrophage going to Adrian to breed, there should be more leaving.
It's either not reproducing or it's not leaving the planet for some reason.
What Gracie? What Gracie question?
Life.
Wow.
Just
lots of it.
It's like cells on Erid.
And Earth.
What does mean? Question.
There's life on Adrian.
Life is reason. Life is reason.
Yeah.
No,
you said it, buddy. Use your words. Life's the reason for what?
He's freaking out.
Life is reason. Life is reason.
For their deaths?
Life on Adrian is reason astrophage imbalance. Life on Adrian makes astrophage die.
Like a predator. That would keep the population stable.
If we bring Predator home, our stars not die.
Life is reason, star not die. Why didn't you just say that? If we get within 5 kilometers, we'll be ripped into a million pieces.
I make long chain. I put collection device on end.
Oh, yeah. 5 kilometers of chain, sure. You can do that?
Yes?
I like fishing.
What's that?
Fishing!
Rocky has built Predator collector. Rocky chain spooled and ready. What think, Earth? Hello?
They can't hear you, pal. We just record these messages, and when we're done, we'll send them all back in a probe.
Why not you tell them yourself?
Yeah, we haven't talked about that, have we?
This is a one-way ticket for me, pal. We had enough astrophage to get here, not enough to get back. I got enough food to last me at least a couple of years, maybe a couple more if I stretch it out.
Grace die?
I'm gonna die.
Maybe not, though.
I got to meet you. I got to do all this amazing stuff. I've made peace with it.
What mean make peace?
I know I'm not going home. I know why, and it's okay. Thumbs up?
Rocky's like, it's not okay to me.
Grace, you are need word, risk self to help another.
Dumb.
How much astrophage you need? Question?
2 million kilograms.
I can give
I go home 6 years slower.
It's too much.
Rocky watch crew die. Could not fix. Grace say Grace will die. Rocky fix.
And 6 years is not a long time for him. We've established that.
Grace go home.
Okay.
Is this being recorded right now? I hope so.
I thought you made peace.
I didn't mean any of that.
We need to explain what relief is. Relief, excitement.
Get over here.
What?
Usually not something one does by themselves.
Wait, I do the same?
Would you just get in here?
How do you know when the hug is done?
You just feel it.
Oh. Are you feeling it now?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love how wonderfully awkward and wholesome it is.
What do you think?
It's pretty impressive. You're good.
3 days, huh?
Yeah. What are you gonna do for the next 20 years? You got a plan?
Oh my gosh. It's got its own aurora. Love it. So pretty.
Time go fishing question?
It's now or never.
3,000 meters.
3,000.
Probe signal. Good.
Whoa.
Now comes the fun part.
Grace go out on hull to retrieve collector. No fun at all.
It's a joke.
Oh, humor. Confusing.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be, yes.
Words of encouragement.
You can't just say words of encouragement.
Words of great encouragement.
Nope.
Appreciate the effort, Rocky. I love this song choice too.
Are you worried?
Yes.
Great.
Collector is closed.
How long is this supposed to take?
Collector should be here soon.
It's here.
It's here.
Amaze, amaze, amaze.
Altitude warning.
Ooh, we gotta get up. Oh gosh. Where'd the ball go? Oh no.
Status update. Great.
Okay.
Good. Come inside with Predator Collector now.
Oh, fuck.
Exterior temperature elevated.
Must move now. Go.
Oh, I don't like this.
No, Grace. Bad idea. Come inside. No. Grace will die. Abort. Grace will die. No.
Grab it. This is too intense.
Grace?
I'm here. Gravity's tearing the ship apart.
We gotta go.
Hull pressure warning.
We need to get into orbit or we'll crash.
I have an idea. First, no crash. Then, not explode. Deal?
Deal.
Did we do it?
No.
My ship moving.
Hull breach. Portside fuel compartments 11 and 12.
The fuel is migrating, Adrian!
Inject bad fuel bay. Question.
Yeah!
Oh gosh.
Check other fuel bay.
Wow, so quiet. Love it. I'm upset.
We launch on schedule with a replacement science officer.
Okay, but who? I mean that.
You.
I don't have any training.
We'll pick it up.
Oh my gosh.
I've never done anything. I've never done a space. I can't even moonwalk. I haven't done the pool thing. I'm not heroic in any way.
But you are. Just don't know it yet.
This might be very hard for you to understand, but some people are failures. Some people don't rise to the challenge.
You're not a failure.
You have no immediate family. You don't even have a dog.
So, just so I'm clear,
Oh, you don't have to say it
you're
like that.
asking me right now to give up my life.
I am. We all are.
Shouldn't have even bothered with makeup today. Jesus. Shut up!
Eye movement detected.
I'm not ready for this.
I want you to sleep, pal. But you gotta wake up.
I love that he knew what he said without the translation. Wow.
I'm not sure what to do. Done everything I can think of. I made him a heat lamp.
Maybe he can sleep it off. Maybe sleeping is healing for them too, like it is for us in some ways.
And he left me one last message.
He's just sleeping. Oh my god, my nose looks terrible. I don't want to pause to fix my face though, so I'll just have to deal with it. That's cool. I love the music.
Now we're just a couple of very cool dudes with their very own strain of nitrogen-resistant Talmiba. Really, all we have to do now is breed enough to survive the trip, and you gotta wake up because I don't know how to get your half of the Talmiba to Arid. No pressure, but we did make a deal.
Yeah, we really don't know anything about Arid. I'm just waiting for like a tap, tap, tap. Wake up!
Grace? Did we find Predator? No is yes.
Stop confusing him. So he did just need to sleep it off. I love it.
Amaze, amaze, amaze. Rocky breeder tank design.
We can go home.
Fist my bump. So what we do now? Question?
We party. Wow.
What is this?
You don't mind?
Rocky get
There
one.
you go. Not much, just a little something. Very own laptop.
My portable earth thinking machine. What's this?
It's Earth, so you can remember me.
Rocky can't forget. I didn't get you anything.
You gave me everything.
Yeah.
But if I were to give you something,
It'd be pretty cool to see your ship.
It would. Does that mean we need a ball for him? For Grace? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Cool. I feel like I'm gonna be emotional for the entire rest of this movie. Oh, wow. I can't wait to read how Andy described this in the book.
I understand that you think I'm the right person for this mission, but I can't do it.
So because he still doesn't remember how he even got on the ship, did they like force him to and somehow...
I understand the stakes. I do.
Like, did they put him in a coma first?
But I don't have it in me.
Before putting him on the ship?
My mind is made up. You just can't talk me into it.
I'm not trying to talk you into anything. I am trying to make you understand what I'm about to do next.
What is this?
Oh no.
Mission plan will state that we induced your coma early to maximize your safety.
This is
I
crazy.
have to do it.
You're not. Come on. What are you doing?
Don't make this harder, please.
Come on, guys.
Oh my gosh. This is horrifying.
Yeah, he's running.
Oh, I can't do it.
And he didn't even remember, he doesn't remember this either. Does he remember now?
fuel tank fix okay? Question?
Oh, yeah, they're working great.
Oh, good. Happy, happy, happy.
My friend,
Yes.
Oh, goodbyes suck.
not sure what to say, so just gonna...
No, please say something.
Grace, no one to watch you sleep. You are very brave.
You are.
Bravest human I have ever met. Is joke.
I know.
I only meet one human, and is you.
I get it. All right. Well, Bye.
I'm such a mess over a rock.
How do you say goodbye back home?
We don't. We do this.
It's a cool sound. It's like right on him too. The universe brought them together. Shared goal, shared need. Goodbye, Rocky. Go save Arid. Your ship is cool. Oh, man. I'm okay, but I'm not okay.
Contaminant detected.
Excuse me?
There's a leak. Problem is the xenonite. The Tamiba can get through it. I was able to stop it before it ate all the astrophage on the ship. Rocky's ship is built of xenonite. And we'll be able to find the leak because the leak is the ship itself. Be without any fuel, stranded. His life support systems will fail. And if that doesn't kill him, the radiation sickness will. He's looking at a long, slow, painful death. Alone. I can't do both.
I've sent you detailed logs of all of our findings and enough Taumiba for you to start your very own Taumiba farm.
I really hope we get to see Rocky receiving these. Please give that to us. I just realized I said it backwards. For some reason, I thought he was sending those things to Rocky, not going himself. I'm a dumbass. Come on, come on, come on.
I'm here, buddy.
Earth, Rocky, Earth.
Hello, Earth. I am Rocky. I am Rocky from Arid. I am not Rocky from Move.
I've sent you detailed logs of all of our findings.
Yeah, of course that went to Earth.
Hopefully it all makes sense. And if not, you're smart. You'll figure it out. This is Dr. Captain Ryland Gray.
Dr. Captain.
Let's begin.
Let's begin fixing. Peanut butter. Oh, look at this room. This house? Are we on Arid?
Why you always gotta be so early?
Oh, yeah. Hey, why? I thought this was a safe neighborhood. Okay, just Armando likes the fresh air.
Is this
Can we talk about the water temperature a little bit? It's amazing, just that you've done it at all. Very cold. And before, it was boiling. Tell the Biodome Illumination team that it's perfect now. Oh no, this is...
I don't know if
think
he...
about it?
Yeah. I don't know if he wants that. if another species built me a whole Earth, I'd be like, yeah, I'm cool. I can stay here. It's fine. Or like built a whole Earth like room.
Good morning, class. Everyone take their seats. Who can tell me the speed of light?
I haven't cried this much during a movie in a long time. Maybe like Saving Private Ryan, 1917, which isn't on the channel yet, but it will be coming. I love when a space movie can make me cry a lot. Oh my gosh, this looks really... I love these credits. Or rather, it was fantastic. All right, that was my reaction to Project Hail Mary. Thank you so much for watching with me. I really appreciate it. This review is coming a few days after the reaction you just watched. I meant to record the review a few hours later. My life is so busy right now, I can't even express. So we're a few days here. But that gave me a lot of time to think about the movie. It gave me time to really digest my thoughts and feelings, replay the movie in my mind. I have started the book, like I mentioned in the intro, I'm about 5 chapters in. So that's been really enjoyable, and I'm really looking forward to finishing that. And Miles has finished the edit that you guys just watched. So I've already watched about half of it back. I did skip forward to like Rocky scenes and then kind of watched through to the end. So I haven't watched the beginning of the reaction yet, but I remember the beginning well enough, and also I'm about 5 chapters into the book, so we're good. Anyway, the very first thing I want to talk about is how this movie definitely has the potential to be in like my top 3 or 5 movies of all time. I just need to give it a lot of rewatches, because the movies that are in my top movies of all time, I've watched too many times to count, and it doesn't feel right to immediately boot one of those out for a movie that I've only seen once. But Project Hail Mary is definitely in the same category as Interstellar, The Martian, Sunshine. Like, it is going right with those 3 as favorite space movies ever, just favorite stories in general. I don't know that it'll have the potential to kick Interstellar out of my number 1 spot. The music in this movie was very, very good. The score was good. The choice of like songs were good to put in here, but the Interstellar score by Hans Zimmer is just too good, I think, that I don't know if I can justify removing Interstellar out of my number 1 for that. But we'll see when it comes to Project Hail Mary. Multiple rewatches. Oh my gosh, the way that this tugs at my emotions in like a good way, I really, really appreciated. I actually want to talk about that first. I want to talk about that scene where they're being pulled into the orbit or the atmosphere of Tau Ceti, and the fuel is escaping, and Ryan, or Grace for that matter, is knocked out, and like the only option is for Rocky to break himself out of his xenon pressure cube thing, roly-poly-oly thing. Oh my gosh, that broke me, because I fully expected that Rocky was dying, like that we were going to watch him die, and then Grace was going to be alone. And yeah, it hit me so hard, because I hated the visuals and the sound. Well, first of all, the sound of Rocky like screaming for help, basically, or like trying to wake him up, broke me. The visuals of him like smoking because of being out of his atmosphere and in ours, which is like would kill him, that was awful. And just like the very red coloration of that scene, I didn't love. It just all at once just broke me so bad, and I was very emotional during that. So very relieved that Rocky did not end up dying. And then it gave me more opportunities to cry after that, because then from that moment on, I'm crying out of like happiness and things are good. And I'm just, I got so emotional over this little guy. I love that. I love when movies can make me so emotional about like inanimate objects or different creatures / species, dogs, that kind of thing. Like I love it so much. I love teamwork. I love selfless acts, and just the story up until that point. Like, they had built such a wonderful friendship and relationship and working dynamic. There was so much humor without it feeling like too much, and it wasn't groany humor. Like, it was genuinely funny based on who these guys were and how they interacted with one another. Like, it was just so perfect to me. And so, yeah, the whole like last bit of the movie, I was just an emotional wreck, because I was just enjoying the movie so much, and I was so happy. and so thrilled. And watching my own reaction back, I was a bawling mess again. So I don't think this movie will ever make me not cry, which is good to know for any time I want to rewatch it. I will make sure to have tissues handy. But yeah, Rocky and Grace were just the best. And yes, my editor did put a note in the reaction. Yeah, I haven't seen Rocky, any of the Rocky movies, so did not get the Adrian reference. I truly thought that Adrian was like, he had talked about a past partner in the story. He had mentioned a past partner to Rocky when Rocky asked. So I thought that Adrian was the name of that person. And that's why I didn't react, because it just kind of, not that it seemed obvious to me, but yeah, I was just like, okay, Adrian, cool. Like, I really had no comment about that. So then finding out that, oh, that's a reference for the movie, which is why he called him Rocky in the first place. Anyway, yeah, makes sense. So now whenever I get to the Rocky movies, I can be like, oh, Rocky and Adrian, here we go. And then I'll think of Project Hail Mary. So yeah. I believe I mentioned during the reaction that I wished the language learning of Rocky had gone a little bit slower. I think I was just comparing it a little bit too much to Arrival, because in that movie, like, there's so much time focused on that part of it that it just really kind of felt like it flew in this one. But to be fair, the runtime of this was already pretty long, and I'm pretty sure in the book, which I'm reading, and I'll get to that eventually, but in the book, it probably takes its time on paper. So I'm very excited to get to that. I really love that Rocky talked kind of like how you would maybe expect a dog to talk, or how you think dogs might communicate. I just loved his sentence structure and how he talked. And I appreciated too that machine also, like Grace's machine for translating, like had tone and such put into it, because yeah, if it was a very robotic sounding voice that came out, that definitely would not have worked very well. So the voice actor, who I believe also was the puppeteer for Rocky, which that was one thing that I had to look up as soon as I was done watching this movie. I really wanted to know if Rocky was CGI or if he was physical, and actually like a physical presence for Ryan Gosling to act with. I'm very relieved to find out that it was a puppet, and that there was a whole team, which I saw was called the Rocketeers. I fucking love that. That's amazing. So yeah, very phenomenal work done. I'm so happy that Rocky was a physical thing. I'm sure that there was some CGI added here and there when it needed to be, but I'm very relieved that that was not the case for the whole movie. I just don't think it would not have worked so well. And you guys know me, like, I'm such a sucker for physical when able, and just use CGI to enhance when you need to. Very, very well done visuals on this, both with Rocky and Ryan and Rocky's like interactions together, but then also like, you know, the CGI work for all the space stuff, the ships, like everything. It was just so good. This movie looked wonderful. I really wish I could have seen it on the big screen, but I do have 50 inches here, so in front of me, a 50-inch TV, so that was fine. These visuals were wonderful and beautiful, and I definitely loved the full screen for ship and space scenes, and then aspect ratio change for all the flashbacks, which I'm realizing now that I didn't quite, I mean, I may have picked up on it, but I know that there were many moments where I wasn't sure if he was actually remembering it in the moment. The book makes that way more clear, that yeah, as you're getting the flashback, he is actively thinking of that memory. It's coming back to him in that moment. So knowing that now, rewatching this movie, those flashbacks will be even more enjoyable, realizing that yeah, Grace it's coming back to him in those moments that we're experiencing that with him. So I thought that was really cool. I really, really loved, oh my gosh, her name is escaping me now, but yes, the woman who got him all into this and hauled him out of the middle school classroom to come and, you know, figure all of this out. I really, really enjoyed her performance. She was very like emotionless and very just like straight and blunt and direct. Very German of her. But yeah, her karaoke scene was phenomenal. I loved being able to get that little bit of insight into her character and who she is, and also kind of pointing to the fact that she's kind of like pushing that side of her, or she had been pushing that side of her away a little bit to really just focus on this mission. Like you could tell that she really just gave a shit about like all of humanity and all of Earth, but also all the animals on the planet. Like every living species here was at risk, right? Because sun is dying, planet's cooling, this is trouble, right? Loved the flash forward that we got at the end of the movie with her watching Grace's videos, which yeah, that would have been so fun for humans to watch those videos once they receive them. Like, could you imagine like just a species like that you couldn't even think of, and then all of a sudden you like start this video and he's like, hi, I'm Rocky. Rocky from Arid, not Rocky from the movie. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite fictional characters ever now. Rocky. I just loved him so much. This story was wonderful. Just hopeful and shows really strong perseverance. And also, like with Grace's character, like Grace was, someone who had kind of been laughed out of his dream of like, convincing people that you don't need water for life, and had kind of resorted himself to middle school teaching, which you could tell he loved. Like, he loved being a teacher, and I love when teachers love being a teacher. But just they had mentioned like, no pets, alone, like no partner, seemingly no family at all. I hate that they use that as like a reason to force him to go on this mission in the first place. It kind of reminds me of like working at a job and you're forced to work over Christmas because everyone else has families and you don't. And it's like, fuck off. I still have family. They're just older than me. I don't have kids. And not having kids doesn't mean that you should always be forced to work over Christmas. So that's kind of what that reminded me of. It's like, oh, well, you don't have any of this, so you're fine to go on this mission. Anyway, I'm happy that Grace could realize that, he is a smart person, a brave person, and he did something so good for not just humans, but Iridians as well. He wasn't brave. He definitely wasn't brave at the start of the movie. And start of the movie also including like the flashback where we see that he was forced to do this. Like, you could call him a coward. I don't love that word for him, because I think that it is very reasonable to not have wanted to go on this mission. Like, especially the circumstances with which he got like pulled out of the school, like out of his teaching job, to like suddenly be thrust into this. Like, I fully understand his desire to just be like, no, I'm not going. Like, I want to go back and resume my teaching and find someone else, like find someone more willing or more able. But it does suck when you are someone that has the kind of smarts and knowledge that he did, and that you kind of are one of the only options for this, So I still think that the circumstances with which they did that to him are so horrifying, like against his will, like putting him into space and putting him so far away from everything he's ever known, like, brother. And then the even more horrifying, like waking up and having no clue who you are and where you are and who the dead people are that are with you, like 2 people dead and you're by yourself. Like, very, very scary circumstances. So I'm so grateful that Rocky came along and he had Rocky, and they developed such a sweet friendship to the point where, like, he didn't even go back to Earth. And I don't know that he will. Like, yes, at the end of the movie, they kind of, okay, the Iridians have prepared Hail Mary now for you to go back to Earth. Like, and he just says, let me think about it. I don't think he needs to think about it. I think that he is actually perfectly content staying here. When you think about it, it's like, why not? Like, they literally built you a dome to survive. They've given you water. They, I'm sure, figured out how to feed him. I mean, clearly they would have figured out how to feed him. He knows the language and they know him. Like, they know English and he knows Iridian would be the language name, right? Like, he can communicate to all of them now without needing the translation machine. And like, how cool is that? So like, he resumed being a teacher and now he's teaching Iridians, and he can teach them so much about Earth, right? And also he can learn about Arid and then be able to teach Iridian children about Arid as well. And like, that just seems like the best life. Like, yes, I think after a while it might be a little bit odd to not have any human connection at all, but I don't think that connection solely has to be human to human. I mean, from a biological perspective, I'm sure that we do need human to human contact, but he is still getting connection in many, many ways. Like, he's just, getting it from a different species. So it's just so lovely. I love how this movie ended. This story was phenomenal and so good. And the visuals, okay, first of all, the Hail Mary ship, I loved. I love the interior. I love the exterior. I love the scenes where Grace was out on the outside of the ship. And then Rocky's Iridian ship, words. That ship is so cool. And I haven't gotten to that yet in the book, but I did mention in the reaction that, like, I'm so excited to read how Andy Weir described that ship, because the way that it looked visually, I don't know how you would describe that in writing. So I'm really excited to get to that part of the book where Grace is approaching the ship and looking out the windows and like trying to make sense of what he's seeing. And I mean, I was trying to make sense of what I was seeing when it happened in the movie. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to that so much. One last thought about the movie is actually just a small correction that I'm going to make about my own reaction. So when Rocky was offering the astrophage to Grace and said, like, I'll get home 6 years slower, or like my journey will be 6 more years versus what it would be otherwise. My initial reaction, I said something like, oh, well, 6 years isn't that much time. Like, we've established what Rocky's lifespan is. So, you know, 6 years is really nothing. I failed in that moment to remember that, like, Iridians are very social beings. They watch each other sleep, that kind of thing. And that putting 6 more years of Rocky by himself when he doesn't need to be is a very, very big deal. So yeah, I acknowledge that my reaction in that moment was kind of probably not the right one to have. I know what I did wrong. I just wanted to, yeah, address that. Don't worry. I got it. I really don't know what else to say, to be honest. Like, I'm sure that there's so much more I could talk about, and I know that I've thought about more, but now to sit here and like try and recall all the thoughts that I've had about this movie, it's tough. But there is not a single criticism or bad thing I can say about this one. Like, I just loved it so much. Definitely a top movie for me. I cannot wait to rewatch it. I'm really excited to join you in the comments to talk about this. And yeah, let's just talk. I'm so excited. So yeah, that wraps up my thoughts. All right, with that, I am gonna go to Letterboxd now to see what some other people have to say about Project Hail Mary. Let's go check it out. 4.5 stars. Amy Adams taught me alien linguistics isn't supposed to be this easy. Literally the thought I had. 4.5 stars. There were a few moments during this where I caught myself smiling, not at a joke or anything, but at the sheer possibility of what I was watching. That feeling of dazzle and discover the grand and the intimate. It was beautiful, and there's a particular kind of joy in watching a film that feels like stumbling into a version of cinema you forgot existed. Childlike wonder and a sense of hope. Yeah, I love that. 5 stars. Graveler is now my favorite Pokemon. Love it. If I remember right, Graveler is a one of the Geodude evolution, right? The last thing I'll say is I love all of the reviews where everyone has put thumbs down emojis. That's awesome. Now it's that time of the video where I turn it to you and I ask to leave your thoughts down below about Project Hail Mary. Let me know your thoughts on the movie. Let me know what the theater experience was like. Please keep book related stuff out of the comments as I continue to make my way through this book. I think I will come back and edit the pinned comment with some thoughts on the book once I'm done reading it. But yeah, so far I'm having a very good time with it. Link.kale.com, linked in the description, pinned comment. Feel free to follow me on Letterboxd, follow me on Blue Sky, request a reaction on my reactor page, suggest movies to me. Yeah, that would be awesome. And with that, yeah, feel free to watch some more reactions if you like. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next reaction, whichever one you tune into next. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, everybody.